Hey guys, this is your favorite neighborhood gambler, Moss Money. Thanks for clicking on my video. If you're into gambling, if you're into winning money at gambling, hell, if you love talking Eagles, this is the channel and the videos for you. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and enjoy the shows. Now, I'm going to talk about all the positives of the Eagles game. I will not say a negative thing in this show today about the Philadelphia Eagles. And you know what I'm going to start with? My favorite guy, Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith had himself a day. Now, people have known the things I've said about Nolan Smith over 2 years, right? It's not even just a year, 2 years. But I will take a step back and give the man his flowers because he is one of the main reasons why we won that game. His physicality that he played with was something to be displayed. Like I didn't know he could be that physical, right?
Violent.
He
Remember the
was
word we used, violent.
violence, right? Violence.
That he sought violence.
He did. He did. He did. He sought violence and he delivered violence as well. Now, I don't care if he was unblocked or not blocked. 2 sacks in the playoffs is still 2 sacks in the playoffs. I think it was the stat round was 5 tackles, 2 sacks, five pressure. MFer even had the nerve to have a special teams tackle as well. Getting Dorky, I'm not sure how did he good on the set the edge and looking at that, but he was a force. Reason why Bryce Huff only played, I think is it one snap?
One snap.
He played one snap because of the way Nolan Smith was playing. So I'll
Nolan
start it
Smith
off
led
with
all
my
defenders.
big thing. Nolan Smith might have been yours. Sorry, had to take it because people know how I feel about Nolan. But what did you see as one of the top tier positives in that game that you can see them building on for?
Let's get to the play where Nolan Smith made an impact. As far as, like you said, not necessarily involved in the highlight. That was injuring the Packers' best offensive lineman
The
on
guard.
down of football.
Yeah.
Elson Jenkins is arguably the Packers' best offensive lineman. I lean more to Zach Tom, the right tackle. I think he's their best offensive lineman. I mentioned him in the offseason program. But
And if
Nolan
I'm nitpicking,
Smith,
not the best technique. If I'm nitpicking, but I won't.
it's not the best, not the best technique, but the
Yeah.
fact that you out muscled man to man in playoff football,
Yes,
that's
sir.
a hats off. I mean, that right there is
Yes,
just
sir.
the Eagles were more violent than the Packers in a violent sport. I don't care what
Absolutely.
people want to say. It is a violent sport, and the
Yes.
Eagles were more violent this Sunday.
Yes.
Now,
Also, Ernie.
Nolan had the move that I'll argue, and you're going to say it's not that great, but the crisscross. I mean, I'm talking about the fucking AI crossover he had for, I believe, the second sack. The ability to bend that way is why he was a first round pick. And people are going to, it's a motorcycle lean, as I've heard it referred to as, but the body, the feet are like this, the body's like this,
Yeah.
and he somehow doesn't lose speed.
You run the hoop.
The crazy part that Nate is going to explain here in a second why it's so crazy is he ran the hoop, but he changed direction in the blink of an eye. It was run the hoop, but pivot and continue with the same amount of pursuit that you had initially off the snap. That is what made this game special. He's found a way to retain his hyperactivity, and that is why the Packers, I don't know if they just didn't watch Nolan Smith, but I mean, he flat out outplayed anybody they put in front of him. And it's his best game he's had as an Eagle. His best game as a pro.
I agree.
Nolan Smith showed some serious promise this game.
I'm okay. I'm okay with the Nolan Smith love. I'm okay with it.
One game. We're talking about one game, a few reps against a good offensive line, but he did his job.